and I played Risk for the first time properly maybe a few weeks ago, and I had a blast. I loved that game. It was so much fun. Then I think I played it again, but then the game was going on for like 4, 6, however many hours. It was a long time, so I kind of had to cut it short. But then after that, I went out and bought my own Risk board, and now I'm trying to play. I'm trying to do duos with my wife there, and it's been a blast. I love Risk, and I love board games. So I don't know. I've been thinking, cause like it's a good way to bring people together, right? I feel like we gotta have more outings, more gatherings with people and stuff. And I think board games is like a really good outlet because it's competitive, but you don't really have to work yourself too hard. You don't have to be outside. That's a huge thing in the winter. You can't really do anything outside except for waddle around like this. So I think for the Canadian winters, it's perfect. Any age can play. Any age can participate. So I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm going to start a board game club. That will be my project. That will be my passion. I'm gonna go in the shade of these trees here. Woo! Canada. Easy. Not in the shade, the cover, the protection. Let's go. But yeah, let me. Oh my goodness, this is brutal, guys. I'm gonna pause the video. All right, there we go. I can't keep holding my phone, so I gotta do this, or I'm gonna freeze. I gotta be moving, But yeah, I was thinking board game night. Starting a board game thing. That'd be pretty sweet. Hanging out more, playing pool, throwing darts, playing poker, man, like all the classic, the classic games. I mean, that's where I get a thrill, at least. That's where like I get hype. I get hype for that. It used to be video games when I was a teenager, but I mean, video games here and there are fine, but at least for me, it's easy to get like lost in the video game sauce. So board games, I feel is a little more better. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's like really easy when you become an adult. Oh no. This is tragic. I think it's really easy when you become an adult to like get lost in responsibility. Maybe you're married, maybe you got a kid, but like, still super important to have a community, have fun, all that stuff. Yeah, super important. And I think board games are really good at that. Or like pool, darts, like I've been saying. But yeah, it comes down to effort, Nobody's really putting in that effort. And I had a conversation recently that was pretty good. And it was like, people want to feel like people are putting in efforts to see them, People want the energy they put out reciprocated. So it's like nobody likes it when somebody makes plans and then like they like not showing up, like nobody likes that. Nobody feels like wanted or respected when that happens. It's like, people want people to have effort put into them. And chilly, all right. I gotta walk against the wind. If you're not from Canada, then this is like a secret strat to avoid the wind. You just walk backwards. But yeah, we gotta put in more effort. We gotta reach out more. We gotta hit up those old friends, world. This video's crazy. Hit up those old friends, you know, hit up those people, and just be like, yo, let's hang out. Maybe if somebody like you don't even really hang out with, but you never know, you might click with them, you might get along with them, kind of thing. But yeah, seriously, putting in effort's huge. So that's what I'm gonna do with the board game night, at least. Maybe even a pools night too. I don't know. I just want to start something. I want to get something going. And that's what I really like about jiu-jitsu. Is it's like it's pretty community. You know, you develop some friendships. It's competitive. You know, I feel like that's what men need, is some form of competition, whether it's mental, whether it's physical. You know, we all got to be tested some way. We all got to be tested somehow. And it's good for us. And yeah, it just seems like people aren't really putting in the effort to be competitive, to just hang out, have a good time, you know, listen to some music, discuss stuff, you know, business plans, whatever it is. I mean, that's a huge joy. And I feel like we need that as men. Community, I mean, that's another thing that makes church so great, is it's like there's that community there, you know, fellowship, something to talk about, you know, a reason to get together. I think in the Bible it's like, when two or more gather in my name, there I am. That's God. You know, we need that gathering, we need that fellowship, camaraderie, competitiveness. But it takes effort, you know? You gotta be willing to put in that effort. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call it at this. I'm gonna run back to my car. I hope you enjoyed this video. You take care, and until next time. Woo!